So you've wound up on some site selling you a version of Swap Magic with tools to mod your slim PS2 for disc swapping, but it doesn't come with any instructions. No problem, you think. But when you go to actually find tutorials on how to use them, you find they are almost impossible to find thanks to the site not using the proper term for the parts. One way or another, you wound up on this video. After verifying that it isn't yet another tape/straw/tissue mod, the heavens open up and choirs of angels sing hallelujah, for you have finally found the once-thought non-existent instructions. Now that I'm done being hyperbolic, let's get to the actual instructions. First, unlike what seemingly most sites that sell these call them, V4 parts, they are actually called Magic Switch Pro or Magic Switch Tools. I found the instructions, which is why I was able to figure out how to use these tools, link in the description, but they are rather lacking in some respects, which is a large reason why I'm making this video. Second, let's take a look at the parts that you get. Now, the instructions don't mention what the difference is between A and F, but I stumbled upon an overpriced Amazon listing which shows that A is for PS2 model numbers starting with SCPH 79 and 3 zeros, and that F is for model numbers starting with SCPH 7, and then 4 numbers after that. You can check what model your PS2 is by checking the label on the bottom. Anyway, A and F are for the sensor in the lower right-hand corner of the tray. C, D, and E are for the sensor under the left hinge, and B is for disabling the disc brake, which is to the right of the laser track. Now let's get started modding. First, take out part A or F, depending upon your PS2's model number as discussed before, and take the film off the tape and stick it into the hole as close to the front of the console as possible. You'll know you installed it correctly if you can still close the lid with ease. Next, take tool B. Be careful as this is incredibly tiny and could easily get lost. Now, note the notch at the end here. When you pull the disc brake back, you're going to insert this from the top so that this notch is against the back of the brake pad. Finally, we have the last sensor to deal with. Now, strangely enough, one of my PS2s lack this sensor, so you might want to test it now, just in case yours also lacks this sensor, as it could save you just a little bit of work. If it does need this mod, the instructions unfortunately don't go into detail about when or why the various parts for this one may not work, but I would personally recommend trying them in order of C, D, and then if both of those don't work, E, because although D does require opening the PS2, it's very easy to do, and part E requires a lot of trial and error, which could get really annoying really fast. So here are the steps for each one. For part C, simply locate the hole to the right of the hinge and to the left of the spring. Push part C into that hole so that the big notch is facing away from the hinge. Keep pushing it in until it is pretty well flush with the rest of the plastic. For part D, first take the PS2 and turn it upside down, making sure the lid is closed because of the disc brake mod. Locate the 6 screw covers, one of them might be under a warranty sticker, and pry them up with a small flathead screwdriver or sturdy knife. You may also be able to get them up with just your fingernail. Unscrew the screws with a small Phillips head screwdriver, turn the PS2 back upright, and pry the top of the case up. It is held on with some plastic clasps, so a little force will be required here. Locate the switch to the left of the laser where the hinge was, and put part D over that switch. Now with my PS2, there was metal in the way, so if you can't fit this on, you're going to have to go to part E. Then put the top back on so that everything snaps back into place. I would personally forego putting the screws back in until you can verify that everything is working, just in case you need to open it back up. Also note that if you did the disc brake mod before this, see the second step, it may have slid out of place, though hopefully not completely as long as the lid was closed. Just push it back down so that it is again flush with the top of the brake pad. For part E, hook the PS2 up so that you can turn it on and put a disc in it. Take the film off the tape on the part and put the long, thin arm of the tool into the hole right of the hinge and left of the spring. Don't stick the tape down too thoroughly, because you will likely have to adjust it. Now turn the PS2 on, and the disc should automatically rotate. If not, adjust the tool until the disc does rotate. Once this is all done, you should be good to go. Hope you found this before you wasted too much time on the wild goose chase which is finding instructions for this mod, and enjoy your new modded PS2.